Hi everyone, it's Tech Dad, your French-Canadian connection. Today, we are looking at a very popular phone, the iPhone XR. Since the announcement of the iPhone XR, a large part of the community was very harsh against this phone. But did this phone really deserve its treatment? Once it was released, all the reviews seems to indicate one thing. The iPhone XR might be the best iPhone you can buy right now for your money. Maybe not the best iPhone, but the best one that you should buy. But what is it really? What is my opinion? The iPhone XR is now my main daily driver. I'm not an Apple sheep and I'm not an Apple hater. My web accounts are all with Google. I use Spotify for music. I have several Google Home at home, but my favorite device, the one that I always use, is an Apple iPad. I've always tried to make all these different competitors work with each other, which is not always easy. Here is my objective review of the iPhone XR. So let's start talking about the design. The iPhone XR is available in many colors, but I find that too much emphasis is put on this topic when the majority of people use a case anyway. Like all iPhone, special attention is given to design. Materials are good qualities. I find the phone a little bit heavy and thick. The curved borders around the screen also give it a slightly chubby look. The phone is made with an aluminum structure, contrary to the iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max, which are made of steel. But really, when is an aluminum phone a problem? This thing is light, it's well made. I don't see any reason to buy an iPhone XS for the steel. It's not worth it for that reason. There is no fingerprint scanner on the XR, since the phone uses Face ID technology like the X and XS. It is essentially a range of sensors and camera to make a 3D portrait of your face. This technology is much safer than the one used by other companies using only the video selfie to recognize your facial features. So yeah, again this year, there is no 3.5mm audio port on the phone. Be aware, however, that Apple accountants decided that it was no longer necessary to provide the lightning adapter required to plug the headphone into the iPhone box this year. The iPhone XR, like its brother, has stereo speaker providing quality sound. The screen. The screen. So much has been said online about that screen, but really, let's have an objective look at it. The screen is of the LCD type, while the X and XS have a OLED screen. However, Apple uses high-quality LCDs that reproduce color better than many OLED displays on the market. On the other hand, nothing beats the purity of black like an OLED screen. Also, the resolution of the screen is not Full HD. At first glance, this is another accounting decision by Apple to the detriment of users. What is right now the best mobile screen device on the market? It is the display of the iPad Pro, the new iPad Pro. And what technology does Apple use on that device? An LCD screen, a 120 Hz with great color reproduction LCD screen. And the resolution in pixel density, it is way lower than the iPhone XR. So tell me one thing, if all the reviewers are saying that the screen of the iPad Pro is the best thing on the market, why on earth this should be a problem? There is one reason, because the other one are doing better. They are giving you a better screen, they are giving you higher resolution, and yeah, Apple should have done that. However, I mean, if you use it every day, you won't really notice a difference. The iPhone XR uses exactly the same internal components as the XS. It is always impressive to be able to edit video in 4K with high bit rates on a smartphone, while many computers are struggling to get it done. The quality of the photos is good as usual on iPhone. The performance in low light is impressive, but not as good as the Pixel 3. The XR has a single camera on the back. Despite the lack of the telephoto lens found on the XS, the camera offers the same feature for taking portrait. Just like Google Pixel 3, the XR takes a totally software approach. The result is however different from the XS since the XR mainly uses the main lens. The portrait therefore has a wider angle on the XR. The lack of the second lens is not really a big loss compared to the XS. A wide-angle lens will have been a much more interesting addition as those found on the LG phone and the future Samsung S10. One thing I don't like about this phone is the blue lens flare that I always get when I have some light in my shot at night. The quality of the videos is certainly among the best. If you install a pro app like Filmic Pro, you can get some really professional results using your iPhone. The quality of the slow motion is also very good, while the camera keeps a good resolution of the image. The basic application is easy to use for the majority of users, but the options are hidden in the phone settings. Change the resolution, you cannot change the aspect ratio in the app. Don't understand sometimes how Apple thinks, but it's Apple. But this can be easily solved by using a third-party application on the App Store. For selfie lovers, the camera and sensor set at the front are very powerful and allows you to do some impossible things on other phones. The portrait function for selfie is top of the class, and you can even see a preview of the live result. The front camera is exactly the same as the other more expensive version, so you don't get any difference for photo compared to the XS. Due to the lower resolution of the screen, the battery life of the iPhone XR is simply awesome. It's really outstanding. In some situations, we can even say that the battery life of the iPhone XR is about 20% better than the iPhone XS. Really, I'm not joking. And it's really better than the iPhone X. The iPhone XR is a phone that can last you 2 days if you do not abuse of it. If you are a heavy user, at least you don't have to charge it to get you to bedtime. In conclusion, the iPhone XR is not the best iPhone on the market, but it is clearly the best buy. From a value point of view, there is absolutely no justification to explain the price difference between the iPhone XR and the iPhone XS and XS Max. Really, if you want the best iPhone on the market, just buy a XS or a XS Max and you won't be disappointed. I'm not saying that the XR is a better phone than the XS. However, there is a big price difference between the two. Here in Canada it's $300. I think in the US it's like something like $200, and the XS Max is even more. So if you care about your money and you don't need to have the newest thing in your pocket, please just buy the XR and you'll be happy. If you don't care about iPhone, I mean, you have a lot of great options out there on Android. Samsung's the Samsung S10 will be out soon, and it seems to be incredible, really. You can buy the Pixel XL3 or Pixel 3 to have the best camera phone on the market. You have also other cheaper options. Here, it's not a question, should you buy this phone or those phones? It's a question, do you want an Android phone or an iPhone? And once you have decided, please choose the best phone for you. Don't make war, make love. See you next time. It's Tech Dad, and please subscribe. Ciao.